Right, back in the green build today, we've got Dan Caddy.
Ahoy.
From Green and Gold Life. Make sure you guys check out his YouTube channel. I'll link it down below, but give me a hand today on the green. We'll give you some levels, compact it with these bad boys just here, and get stuck into it. So, appreciate you, mate.
No, no trouble.
We say good having two blokes doing this instead of one bloke. So, let's get stuck into it and let's go. Alright, so Dan and I are cruising along here, getting all the air pockets out with these plate compactors. Dan's just about to jump on the lawn level, get rid of all those like undulations and low spots where there's just some chattering along the place. So the plate compactors are really showing up those spots, which is really, really awesome. So we'll do that. And as you can see, these things have done a good job just to show it up for us. Looks nice and tidy. Shout out to the guys at Kennards as well for letting us hire these out. Those guys are awesome and they support the channel. Appreciate those guys so much. And yeah, Dan and I are going to get ripping into it.
Get sweaty.
Get sweaty, exactly. Also, this is like the most finicky stage of all. Trying to get everything nice and perfect so that when we get to put the sand on top of this, it's a little bit less work. I just want to explain to you guys what we're doing now. So what we're doing is making a few different sections on the green. So up the top here, it was gradually just sloping all the way down into the bottom section there, which would be way too hard to put a pin somewhere here because it would just roll straight past the pin and be a problem. So flattening this out, bringing some more gravel in here. Dan's down the bottom making a little flat spot down there, which this is a 2-tier green as I mentioned to you guys. So flat spot, or flattish, not completely flat, then it tears off and then it drops down to this bottom section and then it will roll off from the dam. So it's not going to be an easy green, but that's why it's nice and big. Yeah, that's the whole thought process behind this and why we're carting more gravel in and why Dan's raking this out, getting his sweats on. But it's looking good and Dan's smashing it. It's looking good, bro.
Oh, thanks, mate. Look good, feel good.
Look good, feel good.
So happy with that big hole?
That's yeah, beautiful, man. That's great.
So I'm trying to drag a bit of that out here.
Yep, and flatten that out down the bottom a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really good. So good. Love it. Yeah, it's actually come together pretty good now that you've shifted a bit down there and flattened it out a bit. I like it. You see, and then we've got that nice. So it's a bit flatter up there now, and then we'll have that little tier there. Yeah.
Then we'll sort of bring that hole up to it.
Yep. Love it. Levels all done by hand. Dan's the machine, still going. I'm the bludge here talking on camera. We've got flat spot here, dip. Dan's made what he's named himself. What do you call it? Dan's bowl. What do you call it?
Caddy's crater.
Caddy's crater. Down the bottom here. Not sure if you guys can see it on camera, but there's a big crater there. Hole in one spot, I reckon, man. I reckon that's what that's going to be. A hard one, but it is one. And nice and flat in this section here, and it sort of peters off into the dam. And same with down here, so nice and tricky, but on to using the plate compactors again, and we should be nearly done. That's it for today. Dan has done a cracker of a job. I did a little bit as well, here and there. But it's looking, honestly, so good. Super happy with this. I reckon she's honestly ready for some sand, man.
Yeah.
hopefully get the sand turning up. Well, I just rang the guys and they said they're just checking it because it's in Ugara where the floods were, so unfortunately they couldn't get into the pit, so you guys can imagine. So we'll see, might be able to get out this week. We'll see what happens. He's going to give me a call back later, but she's ready. Impressed me in.
Yeah, looks good.
So good. Back for another day. Dan Caddy's still here helping. He's just down there on the excavator. He's the one with the skills and that thing. He's got lots of experience, whereas you guys know I don't. Picked it up and learned it, and the guy's Hutchin Pierce Senility. But today, as you can see, we've shifted this tank up. Now it's only sitting there for a little bit. We're about to shift it back over into this pad we're starting to build over here, which we're trying to get these tanks level here, from where we're putting the inlet in and putting a float on, so that they draw water out at the same time when we're pumping down to the green in the future. So we're getting ready to get a pump installed and get things sorted for this. But the first thing is to move the tank across, install the float, and get things sorted there. So if you want to see some footage on us doing all of this, Dan's actually got it on his channel, but I wasn't filming yesterday because I honestly don't know why. Just forgot to get the camera out. But you can see we're going to grab some of this gravel from here and shift it over to here, and then I've got another couple of ton coming from the guys in town. Just going to get some crusher dust, chuck it on top, because crusher dust is nice and cheap, and she'll set nice and firm as well, and we'll go from there. But this is the starting point for our irrigation, basically. Get this sorted, pump in, controller in, but let's do it. Right, I'm going to show you guys what happened with everything, but yesterday my battery went flat, as it always does, so you guys know what I'm like. But check out what Dan and I have smashed out. Dan's idea with all these rocks and everything down the bottom to retain it. We've got some crusher dust, some dust from the green, we've got a bit of stuff down from the bore mixed in there, we've got a bit of everything, but we've got these bad boys level so that when we've got the bore putting into the inlet of this one up the top here, they're both going to fill at the same time, because the tops of the tanks where the inlets are, or the outlets technically where they overflow, are both level. So we are set, we're done, mate. Thank you so much for helping out with all this too, dude. Like, such a massive job, and I just don't know how I would have done it myself. Now, I don't have the footage of us getting the tank on there. You have a little bit though, don't you? So you might flip me some, or go check out Dan's channel, either way. Make sure, so what's your channel again, bro? Give yourself a shout out.
The Green and Gold Life, mate.
Green and Gold Life. I'll make sure I'll link it for you guys down below. Dan's been a huge help, especially on the green. He's been down the bottom there, and he's actually leveled out beside the dam as well with the excavator. Dan's got some mad skills with the excavator as well, so got to learn some tips off this bloke.
Excavator tips.
Yeah, excavator tips. Just start another channel, bro. But mate, seriously, thank you so much, and This looks so good. This was a massive job, so I'm glad. And even that as well. That would take me a day. It took Dan probably like maybe 2 hours or something like that.
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours, yeah. Rip through at me in, so appreciate you, dude.
No worries, mate.
All right, thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Bye.